You just hatched, and already you're dying. A dusty floodplain stretches beneath a relentless sun. No trees, no shade, just cracked earth and scattered bones. Somewhere, a white speckled egg breaks open. You fall out, featherless, blinking, and instantly in danger. There's no mother, no nest, no help. Just heat, hunger, and things that want to eat you. You're a baby Quetzalcoatlus, about the size of a crow, with a head too big for your neck and wings that don't work yet. One day, you'll rule the skies. Today, you're just prey. You stumble into the open, and the moment you do, a dromaeosaur spots you. It lunges. You sprint. Not well, but enough. You duck under a bush, shake, wait, survive, for now. Congratulations, you made it to hour 1. There's no nest, no safety, just hunger and heat. You eat anything, insects, dead lizards, your own eggshell. Most of your siblings, already gone, snatched by scavengers, trampled, or just too slow. You find one of your dead siblings half buried in dust. You stare, then keep walking. You learn to sleep half hidden, head tucked, wings folded, heart thudding. The worst part, you're growing fast, too fast. Bones stretch, joints ache, your head gets longer, your limbs bend weirdly. You're all angles and nerves. One day, you fall while trying to catch a beetle, and just lie there, waiting. But no one comes, not to help, not to kill, so you get back up, and keep going. Weeks pass, your wings are longer than your body now, stretched membranes of muscle and tendon. You feel something in your chest, pressure, urge, flight. You practice in bursts, hop, glide, crash. Air fills your wings, you're gliding, unsteady, wobbly, but flying. It's not peace, it's not glory, it's a fight. Every flap burns your muscles, every gust tries to knock you out of the sky. But you're up, and you don't want to come down. Flight gives you freedom, but demands everything. You burn energy like a furnace. You need food, constantly. Dead fish, turtle hatchlings, rotting carcasses. You become a flying scavenger, but you're not alone up here. Smaller pterosaurs swarm like gnats, trying to peck you off scraps. Sometimes they dive bomb you in groups. You scream, snap your beak, fight back, and storms, their death. You once saw an older Quetzal get caught mid-glide. Wind tore his wing. He spiraled, smashed into the rocks below. You remember the sound, so you learn to smell pressure shifts. You read clouds. You hide when the sky turns grey. Because one bad landing, and you're just another fossil. Now you're the size of a giraffe. You soar low over the floodplain, wings slicing the dry air. Hunger gnaws at you. Below, a shape. A fallen hadrosaurus, massive and still, half submerged in dust. You spiral lower, desperate for a meal. But then, thunder, not from the sky, from the ground. A young Tyrannosaurus bursts from behind a ridge, charging straight toward the carcass. You hesitate mid-air, then spot 2 other Quetzalcoatlus already circling. Without words, you form a plan. One dives low, snapping its beak at the T-Rex's side. Another swoops, slashing its snout. Yeah, you dart forward, wings beating hard, and rake your beak across the predator's eye. The T-Rex roars in frustration, snapping its jaws, but it's confused, bleeding, outnumbered. It hesitates, then turns and flees. Dust swirls where it vanishes beyond the rocks. Victory! You land by the Hadrosaurus's massive side. The others land too, folding their wings, crests gleaming in the sun. For the first time, you're not scavenging scraps. You're claiming the feast. You tear into thick, rich flesh, eating side by side, not a scavenger, a conqueror. Your wings ache, your stomach's a pit. You follow the scent of rot through a canyon, over cracked hills, and then drop into a narrow bamboo valley. And there, you see it, a herd of brontosauruses, massive, grazing, calm, but not for long. The sky darkens, not from clouds, but wings, Quetzalcoatlus, dozens, silent, coordinated. They descend like phantoms, spearing, slashing, biting. Some land on the Brontos' backs, tearing through hide with stabbing beaks. Others dive bomb the young, pinning them, ripping chunks mid-scream. It's not a hunt, it's a buffet. You land hard, stunned. Never seen this many of your kind together, let alone feeding, not scavenging, not desperate, dominating. You move closer, tentative. One of the larger males looks up and blood dripping from his jaws. He stares, then steps aside. The message is clear. Eat, you do. The meat is tough, still twitching, but it fills you like nothing ever has. You're not a lonely scavenger anymore. You're a sky monster. It's mating season, and suddenly the skies are full of Quetzalcoatlus. Dozens of them, wings flashing, crests flaring, calls echoing like wind through war horns. The males duel mid-air, clashing, grappling, diving. You join in, try to impress. A spiral dive here, a wing flap there. You dodge one, barely. Another slams into you mid-roll. You tumble, regain, shriek back. Somehow, it works. A female joins your glide path. For a few brief minutes, you're chosen. Mating is quick, brutal. No bond, no comfort, just genes in the wind. Then she's gone, and so are you. Years pass. You become a sky phantom, gliding for miles above river deltas, forests, ancient beaches. You see creatures no one else does. Watch battles from above. Find carcasses days before predators sniff them out. You sleep standing. You land only when forced. Your wings have scars. Your eyes are sharp. Your instincts sharper. But it's lonely. No packs, no flock. You rarely see others of your kind. When you do, there's no hello, just a quick glance, a wing shift, and separation. You were born to rule the sky. But kings eat alone. One day, you feel it. Your launch is slower. Your joints ache. You can't gain altitude like you once could. You skim treetops instead of soaring high above them. You're not just tired, you're old. Your mind, once razor sharp, now drifts. You notice things slower. You react slower. You focus less. You follow a river, wings barely lifting you above the lazy current. Sun glints off the water. You think, maybe you'll land, rest a while, maybe you'll catch a turtle. You dip low, and the river explodes. A monstrous jaw bursts from the shallows, teeth like knives. Dinosaurus. It slams into you with the force of a boulder, jaws clamping around your wing. You thrash, screech, your bones snap. You're dragged under, into cold, dark silence. No glory, no final flight, just the river swallowing you whole. You lived through fire, through famine, through skies that hated you. You survived when you shouldn't have, but in the end, it wasn't the air that killed you, it was the river. Being born a Quetzalcoatlus still sucked.